Welcome to another appliance repair video by All Pro Appliance. Today we're going to be working on a refrigerator that has a sealed system issue. How to diagnose and detect. This is good for appliance technicians and do-it-yourselfers. So we're doing a diagnosis tutorial on troubleshooting a seal system issue on the LG refrigerator, and also how to put it in diagnostic mode. The model number that we're working on today is Larry Foxtrot X-Ray Charlie 24796 Delta/01. You can see on this label, you can also see the refrigerant that it takes. It's either going to be 600 or R134A, and the amount of refrigerant is 4.76. So this is the LG refrigerator not cooling in both compartments. So the first step in detecting a seal system issue is to get a thermometer and check the temperatures in both compartments. So here you have the infrared gun, and it's 70 degrees, which is almost ambient temperature. And then we're going to go check out the freezer compartment. Shine your gun to the back. We'll put a thermometer in there, and we got 41 degrees in the freezer compartment. So we know that the fresh food compartment isn't doing nothing, and the freezer isn't freezing. Also going to come on over here to the back and check the control board. You have a LED light on here. Let's find that LED light. Sometimes the LED light is blinking on here. If it's blinking 6 times, that is an indicator that the compressor is not working properly. This compressor is working very hot. You have to be careful if you're not familiar with electrical. These are all live wires because it's all hooked up. But there's a button on here, right there, to go into diagnostic, and I'll show you how to do that. And by the way, doing diagnostic will help you to diagnose other loads that may fail on the refrigerator. So by pushing it one time, we're going to go to the front of the refrigerator. And we know the refrigerator is in diagnostic mode because it says 8888, and that's the first step. There's only 3 steps on the LG refrigerator, and it's telling us that the fans are on. It's a way to detect. This is the ice fan in the freezer compartment blowing air. And also you can put your hand in here and telling you that the evaporator fan in the fresh food compartment is working. The damper is also open too, which is right behind the fruit vegetable drawers. And you could also detect, if you want to diagnose if the fan works in the freezer compartment, if it's blowing. You could just remove this drawer, put your hand behind there, and detect. You could also hear it too. Be careful not to have anything falling behind the drawers as well. To prevent the door from closing. Now we're going to put it in step 2. So here we have step 2 on the control board. We're going to press it one more time. And now we should see a 2222 on the display board. So the 2222 is there, and that just indicates that the damper door is closed, which is behind here, if you ever want to detect it. We're going to push the button on the control board for a 3rd time. And now everything turns off. You can see the condenser fan is off. and we're going to check the display, and we should have a 3333, and that's just saying that all the cooling loads are off, the compressor, the fans are off, and it's in defrost mode. That's one way to detect defrost, to see if it's working. You can check on the control board and the schematic about what, if you know how to use a voltometer, what to probe to check if your defrost is working or not. If the control board is sending power into defrost mode, you want to check now on that circuit. And here we have the 3333, the third press on the control board, and it's in defrost mode. So now to take it out of defrost mode, you can unplug it or press the button one more time, and it'll come out of defrost mode. So back to diagnosing the LG refrigerator. If it has a CO system issue, there's only 3 things that can happen in a CO system issue. You have the LG compressor failing, you have a leak, number 2, of the refrigerant somewhere in the system, or you have a partial restriction or a full restriction. Those are the failures of a CO system issue. The only 3 items, three issues that can happen there. This particular refrigerator has a 3-way valve, which is back here. And the way to detect, this has 2 evaporators, one in the freezer compartment and one in the fresh food compartment. The way to detect if that's operating properly is to unplug the refrigerator, which I would do now, and then plug it back in. And you can hear it and you can also feel it. You can put your hand on there goes a picture of the 3-way valve right there. Put your hand on it and you'll hear it, like, kind of sound like a chug. So we're gonna unplug it, the refrigerator, and then I'm gonna plug it back in. I could feel it. I don't know if you could hear it chugging. So we know that it's operating, that it's moving inside there. They hardly ever go bad. So on this particular refrigerator, we have warm temperatures in both compartments. If all the loads are working, if the compressor is working, getting power, the condenser fan is working, and the freezer fan and fresh food compartment fan is working, which we just confirmed that they are, then we could say that this is a CO system issue repair. I will replace the compressor, blow the lines out with nitrogen, and check for leaks. I want to mention other failing components to look at that can cause warm temperatures that are not a CO system issue, are sensors/thermistors. And this refrigerator, it's not likely that they both went at the same time, since this has 2 evaporators. But when a refrigerator has 1 evaporator, that sensor can fail and cause warm temperatures in both compartments. That's worth looking at before saying it's a CO system issue. If this content has been valuable to you, please hit the like, share, and subscribe button. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.